Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are staying safe. Today I'm doing a makeup look, and that is because I've looked through my YouTube videos and I've seen that I haven't posted a makeup look in a while, and I feel like I have to. The weather is changing, it's really warming up, and I felt like it would be a good idea to share with you guys like how my makeup is done. And even though I'm always filming, I wanted to share with you guys like, how I get my makeup done. So today is a transformation video. So yeah, if you're not subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. I post videos on Sundays, so join the family. Welcome, welcome. It's free, you won't get charged anything. So see you guys in my next one. So I already did my skincare off camera. The first thing I'm going to go in with is my primer, and this is from Embryolisse. I really like this primer. I love how it feels. It's very hydrating, and that's just really what I'm about right now. Like, I'm not looking for mattifying primers or any of those stuff, because like the fact that I have oily skin doesn't mean I need to use a mattifying primer. I need something that's hydrating that will also help me stop producing excess oil. And this is something that I've really enjoyed using. Like, you can see that I'm actually actively using it. So it feels so good on your skin when you apply it. I don't know, for someone that has really oily skin, I really love hydrating products. That's because I really don't care anymore if I look really oily and greasy. I also don't want to have like cake face when I'm applying my makeup. Like, when you look super matte, I really don't enjoy that anymore. Even though it's like really hot, and that would just be like, counter effective, but I don't know, I like looking hydrated, like looking like my skin has water in it. Next, I'm going in with the Milani Mills liquid illuminator in rose gold. I really enjoy using this under my foundation. It gives you that nice glowy skin, and it's usually between this and the Anastasia Beverly Hills one in Penny, but I feel like that doesn't really come through as much as this Milani Mills. So I've been using this for a while now, and I really like how like it just peeks through. You have that nice glowy skin, and since the weather is really warm, everybody's trying to look bronzed and glowy and all of that good stuff. So I like to just take a little blurb. Sometimes I go in with a bit more if I feel like it's not enough, but take a little blurb and just apply that all over my face. And like I said, I like going in with extra, just a little bit more. The next thing I like to go in with is the Laura Mercier translucent powder. This is in medium deep. I like to use this to like set all over my face, because one of the things that I noticed that it does for me personally is that I use less foundation, and I'm really about like, skin looking like skin. And sometimes if you have like really great skin, like what's the point applying foundation? Like, you can literally just get away with doing this step and just being out the door. So I enjoy doing this a lot. It also helps control the amount of oil that like, your skin produces too. So it acts like that barrier. So it would soak up the oil from your skin, so you don't get as greasy as you would throughout the whole day. So this is something that I do most of the time when I remember. So I'm just literally just going over my whole face. It's not like I'm trying to get some level of coverage, even though it does produce some coverage because it's medium deep. But this is really good to do if you have really oily skin. You guys should try it out and let me know what you think. It's not something that I started doing. I actually saw this on Jackie's video, and I was like, okay, I have to try this step because her skin looks so good. Her foundation sits well, like, it's flawless. And yeah, I said, okay, let me try it out. And ever since like I tried it out, I noticed that I use less foundation, so it's a good step to have. So can you see my face, like compared to before? Like, it's not as oily and greasy as it was before, and it looks like I have foundation on, and I haven't even used foundation. For foundation, I'm going to be going in with Makeup Revolution foundation drops. I really like these foundations because one, they're really lightweight, and like I've said it countless times, I'm really about like a lightweight foundation. And there's just something about how this particular foundation is formulated. It sits really well on the skin. The shades that I'm actually going to be mixing are F13 and F14, just because if I use F13, I think it just looks too bright for my skin, and F14 is definitely too dark. So I'll just take like, mix these two together and then like, you know, get a nice base. By the time I highlight and contour, everything will pull nicely. But I really like this foundation, and if you watch any of my videos, you see that I've used them quite a number of times, so they're really, really good. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of F14, not a lot. The brush that I'm using is from Jessup, so I'm just going to use that to like, you know, blend in my foundation. Usually I would start off with a brush, then go in with a beauty blender. That really helps just pull everything together nicely. And if you notice, I didn't apply any foundation on my forehead because whatever is left on the brush, that's what I would like, you know, go in with my forehead, because I don't like, there's just something about applying foundation here. It just gives my forehead this weird feel, and you know, it's pretty dry here, so now it looks all cracked and, you know, overdone. I'm gonna go with the beauty sponge and just blend it out. I don't know what beauty sponge this is, but my cousin got it for me. But I'm gonna try and link it down below for you guys so you guys can check it out. It's actually made in Nigeria and it's super soft. Like, compared to a lot of beauty blenders that I've used or beauty sponge that I've used, this is really, really good and it's really, really soft. I've had it for a couple of months, and this is what I always use to go over my foundation, because one thing I noticed about going over your foundation with a beauty blender is that it really just takes the excess foundation and just makes it look more like skin. So I really enjoy doing this step. To highlight my face, I'm going in with the Instant Age Rewind from Maybelline. Now this is almost done, and I'm so thankful because I really don't like the applicator that they put this in. I think they could have done better. But the shade that I'm using is in Tan, and I really like this shade because it's as close to my skin tone as possible and it just sits well. I really like it. But the applicator is a no for me, is a big no for me. One thing I do like about this concealer is that it's also very lightweight, so it doesn't give you that, I don't know, there's just something about applying really, really heavy concealer underneath your eyes. It doesn't sit right, so this works really well, and it's not expensive, so can you top that? I'm really trying to go for a chiseled look at the same time, but still very light. I like to blend my concealer with a beauty sponge, and I like to leave this part for last, so I'll just blend everywhere else before going underneath my eyes. What I like to do is go in with my foundation brush, the brush that I use to apply my foundation, and just go over any harsh lines just so that everything is nicely blended. I really like to look like really pulled together, so this is like a compulsory step for me, just to make sure that I blend out everything and everything looks really flawless and seamless. You know, when you like highlight your underneath your eyes, and then maybe when you take pictures you just see that cast of, yeah, she overbaked or she over highlighted. So this is also important, like the foundation that you use, the type of concealer that you use, the shades more especially, because that would really help you blend it out to make sure that it's seamless. So I'm just taking my time to blend. To contour, I'm going to use the Juvia's Place Stick Foundation. This is in the shade Castina. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But I really like this shade because it's not too dark and it really just warms up like my skin very nicely. I'm gonna also use it to contour my nose. And to blend out my contour, I love to go in with a brush because I do not have the patience to wait to use a beauty sponge to blend it out. Then for my, like, you know, cheeks, when I contour, I like to just dab and pull it back. I'm not sweeping it, I'm just dabbing it in place. And that's one of the things I like about this one, because this stick foundation, because it's so easy to blend, like so easy to blend. So it makes my job easier. Because as much as I love makeup, I don't want to be sitting here for like 3 hours getting my face done. Like, I'll be tired. To blend out my nose contour, I'm going in with this double-ended brush, and this is from Evita Joseph. I really like it because one part is like really dense and the other part is really fluffy. Not really fluffy, but like it's like, you know, loosely packed, and that's the end I like to go in and blend my nose contour so I don't leave any harsh lines. Just blend it into your brows at the same time so you really get that nice definition. Even though I feel like when I do contour my nose, it doesn't show as much as I see a lot of people's nose contour in pictures, and I'm not mad at that because I just don't want to be walking around with two obvious brown lines on my nose. So if it's light, it's fine. It looks more realistic and more believable. To set my face, I'm using the Sacha Buttercup setting powder, and this is what I have right now. I don't know if you guys have tried other setting powders and if they're really good. Let me know, give me recommendations. I'll see if I can try it out and I'll share my thoughts with you guys, but this is what I usually use. And lately I literally stopped baking because I don't know, I think baking just gives that obvious line underneath your eyes. So what I do is have a sizable amount on my beauty blender that I've been using all this time, and I just, you know, press it in, go into the other side, and then press this in so it sinks right into the skin immediately. So it's not gonna leave that obvious, like, you know, cast that it would if I had like really baked and layered it on. Then I'm gonna set the rest of my face, all the areas that I highlighted. Even for my forehead, that's like one of the places that it's so obvious when I, like, you know, set it. So I try to also just, you know, push that in really quickly. This is what my face looks like. I usually stop at this step and go in to fill my brows. I feel like I'm going to, you know, do a separate video for my brows. So I'm gonna speed up this part just so that I don't spend so much time on this video. So before I get started, I'm going to share with you guys the brow pencil that I use. This is Essence Long Lasting Brow Pencil in Hot Chocolate, and this is really, really good. I picked this up for about $2, so it's inexpensive, but I really like how I'm able to create my brows with it. So I'm going to move on to my eyes and get my eyeshadow done, but I'm just gonna set my lid with some of that Sacha Buttercup. Okay, so I'm ready to get my eyes done, and I'm going to go in with one of my favorite palettes. Like, this palette is really old, but I really like it because of the shades in it. This is the Tartelette in Bloom palette, and I love these shades right here because they're just right up my alley. Nudes are what I live for. So the first one I'm gonna go in with is Rebel right here. As you can see, I've dipped into it a lot. And I'm just going to go in with a fluffy brush from Evita Joseph just to apply that in my crease. I really want something light today, so I'm just going to go in with this shade to intensify my crease. And when it comes to eyeshadow, I don't do a lot. Like, I literally probably apply 1 or 2 maximum, and then that's it. Line my eyes and then I'm good to go. So that's the same energy I'm going to keep in this video. I'm not going to try to do anything extra for you guys because that would be a lie. That's about it. For my lids, I'm actually going to try the liquid eyeshadow from the Balm Cosmetics. I've actually tried one of them before, but I want to try this shade. Let me see if I can find the name. Irish Coffee. There's just something about this shade that is just so nice. I don't know if you guys can see it. Like, I'm sure you guys are like, what is she showing us? There's nothing on her hand, but it's really, really good. I really like it. I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah, I really like the shade. It's very right up my alley, barely there. So I'm just going to take it and apply it on my lids. If you guys haven't noticed, I really love like barely there makeup looks. And this is really nice, at least the shimmery. So you guys can't even complain that I'm not giving you guys colors right now. Oh my God. I'm sure you guys are like, no, you're not. Okay, I'm gonna leave that to dry, but I really like the shade. If I had to use it in an eyeshadow form, in this same palette, it would be Firecracker because that's like the closest thing to it in this shade, in this palette, but I like it. honestly, I'm not mad at it. So I'm gonna let it dry for a bit before I now take like the same brush that I use just to blend out any harsh lines between both of them, then line my eyes. So now I'm just gonna take the same brush with nothing on it, just blend out any harsh lines between the two shades. To line my eyes, I've been loving the Balm like liner. There's just something about the applicator is so tiny, guys. Can you guys see this? I'm trying to get this thing to focus here. Like, it's literally barely there, and I really like it because it just makes doing my wing liner very easy. So today I'm going to create a very daytime friendly wing liner. I really love how this liner just applies. Like, it literally gets in between your lashes and just really helps you line. You know, like sometimes when you line your eyes, there's that space between your lashes and the liner. No, this is definitely going to solve all of that issues for you guys. So for lashes, I'm actually going with these lashes from Kiss. And I really like how wispy these lashes are. They just look so good. So I'm gonna apply my lashes. So while the glue is getting tacky, I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty mascara. And I know I'm gonna say like I like it, but I really do because these are products that I actually use regularly. I like how they brush through your lashes, and so I'm able to see when I'm applying my falsies. When applying lashes, you need concentration because you don't want it to mess up with what you've been working with. Because even me, as much as I've been doing makeup for such a long time, I still struggle with making sure that I apply it properly. So I need all that concentration. So now I'm gonna move on back to my face. Yeah, I'm done with my eyes. That's usually what I do with my eye makeup. I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier. This is actually my all over the face powder too. I really like that it's lightweight because I'm really trying to go for that lightweight feel. So the first thing I would do is take my powder brush and just take off any excess powder that we might have had from, like, you know, our setting our under eyes. And then I'm gonna take the Laura Mercier powder and dip my brush in it. Take the excess, put it here, and then go all over my face. I don't feel cakey. My face is very lightweight. I'm using a translucent powder, and my face looks really put together. For blush, I'm going in with my e.l.f. blush, and this is in dark. I love to go in with this shade right here. Because of this palette, I haven't bought any other blush because I have like 4 different shades. Why do I need another blush? But I really like going with the darkest shade just because it shows up really nicely on my skin. And take off the excess at the back of my hand and start to apply. So I'm not pulling my blush forward. I'm taking it like back. So for highlighter, I'm going in with Candid Glow by Yangabeauty, and this is still one of my favorite highlighters just because of how it picks up on my skin. I have like the Anastasia Beverly Hills one, but it doesn't pick up the way I want it to because, you know, you want that glow when you just give them the angle so they can see it. So I'm taking my angled brush from Jessup and I'm just going to, you know, dip it into that. And this is like important because this is a lot. I'm just gonna take off the excess on the back of my hand and then start to apply. Like, it's better to build up than try to, like, you know, start to get rid of it. And I always like to go in with my fingers just to blend it out nicely. Then instead of having to go back into the container, I just take from the back of my hand and apply. I'm about subtle glow. Whatever is left on my nose, Cupid's bow, forehead. To moisturize my lips, I'm gonna go in with the L'Occitane lip balm and just apply that on my lips. And to line my lips, I have been using this ever since I moved here because I bought like 3 of them just to make sure that I'm not wanting my favorite lip pencil because it just sits really well with my nude lips. And as you know, I love my nude lips, so I'm just gonna take this to line my lips. Then for my lipstick, I'm going to go in with the NYX Lingerie, and this is in Lippie. And just for gloss, I'm going in with the Pixi Petal Ice Transparent Lip Gloss, and I'm just going to use that to top my lips. I'm gonna finish up this look with my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I know they have like the matte spray, but I still like this one because it's hydrating, so just... So guys, this is the finished look. This is how I like to get my makeup done all the time, and this is how I like to turn up when I'm filming my videos. These are some of the techniques that I use when I'm creating my look, everyday looks. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this look. Let me know what your thoughts are, if you will be trying some of these techniques or trying this look out in general. Yeah, if you're not subscribed to my channel, don't forget to do so. Share this video with your friends, your mother, your auntie, your uncle, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.